time for a new makeover. And here we are, one of the
Nice, okay.
cafes surrounding the new Soul Dimension.
Nice, it's beautiful. Okay, so how do I look? Do I look good?
You're
Armor
fine.
shiny.
I really don't see why you gotta fancy yourself, though.
Dude, I'm meeting another Blaze. I don't have a good relationship with my Blaze back home, alright? So I want to make a good first impression, you know?
Alright, I guess. Anyway, come on.
Dude, it's a royal thing. Plus,
Yes,
she's a
I
princess,
know.
I'm a queen.
Hi. I brought her.
Hello, Knight.
This is my friend, Queen AG from Mobius 1984.
Hello, Your Highness. Oh. Greetings, Princess of the Soul Dimension. It's an honor to meet your acquaintance.
You didn't need to bow to a princess. I mean, I'm more weak than you are.
Status doesn't matter. Your honor does. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And then now to bring in the cream of the crop in this royal meeting. Come on, Rhea, let's go.
Wait, they have donuts here? Oh, Miss Rhea.
This
Queen
is
AG,
this is
it is a
Rhea,
pleasure to make your acquaintance.
one
Please,
of
let's
the
hold mine.
first creators of the Soul Emeralds, and also an ancestor to Blaze.
Wonderful to see you again, Miss Rhea.
Oh,
Likewise.
Wow. This is,
Please help me, Rhea.
wow. I'm in the presence
Yes.
of two legends.
Would you be a dear and go fetch us some tea?
you're kidding me. You're kidding me. I walked all
You're
that
nice.
way. All that
You
way.
have to listen to your princess.
Excuse me, the last time I checked, I'm a knight to her.
What?
Okay, well, I'm your teacher.
Hey, yo, I've never done this. I've never used
Blaze,
this
what say
status.
you?
I think you better listen, brother.
I think you should. I think you should listen.
Ah!
Okay, I heard that wheeze from a mile away. My apologies, ladies.
Oh.
I've never heard of, like,
This is...
I wasn't aware of using status to get friends to do what they want. I would have
Don't
die over there.
Hey, look, it's not my fault that the teapots are hot. Jeez.
Dude, what? Dude, you're a multiversal
clumsy
hero and
are
you're
you?
crying about having hot teacups? Bruh.
Jesus.
Your glove should pad the
I gotta get one more.
Pinkies out, ladies.
Jeez. And now... And there's one more. Oh, God. Okay. Now, I get to sit down here. Jeez. Oh boy.
Shall we raise our glasses in a toast to an alliance?
To an alliance.
Oh,
An honor.
yeah.
Pinkies out?
But not only that, but also when it comes to this little meeting thing as well, I was kind of also
What's it
hoping
taste?
that, you know, when it comes to it, it has to do with the current events that are going to be happening soon. So, in order for us to face whatever the upcoming threat that Black brought about, or whatever the fuck, we all got to be on the same page. Even
Multi, would you mind watching your language? You're in the presence of royalty.
Yes, I agree.
What?
Talking on their behalf, not me. You can say whatever the frick you want around me. Oh, pardon my French, ladies. But with them, you should probably be a little less vulgar. I'm just saying. It's called nice elephant noises with them. Dude, you look like, why's your face all red?
Where's all
you
your
gonna-
manners?
you go-
I thought you were learning your proper knight manners.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
It is important for you to respect guests' wishes, dear knight.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Knave.
I can't tell whether or not you're doing that to mock the fact that I'm literally a peasant.
You're not a peasant. You're a friend.
You jokester.
I think that way about you.
But I was was told not to slur, but well, different universe. YOLO.
But anyway,
Anyways, so
like I was
yeah.
saying, this is to kind of also help us prepare for the upcoming threat.
Mhm.
I might need your help as well, Blaze, if the time was to ever come. Just letting you know.
Oh, it'd be an honor to fight beside the Princess of the Soul Dimension.
Princesses.
I like.
Oh, princesses. My apologies, Miss Rhea. Sorry.
But not
I've just
only,
been so used to Blaze's presence, I have yet to fully see your capabilities.
if I
But I
may
look forward to it
recommend,
Anyway, I
if I may recommend
Yes?
that the princesses were to educate the queen herself about.
And if I
about
may
yourselves.
recommend you not interrupt our conversation.
Oh, okay. You're freaking.
for a
Complaint.
princess to correct a queen, I'm a little bit concerned about that.
Oh, please. I don't.
I am. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Nothing of royal etiquettes.
I'm sorry. Okay. Jeez.
Well, I will admit, Miss Rhea, I'm what some may call an unorthodox royal. For back home, my sister and I don't flaunt our status as queens, and if people acknowledge us as queens, it's not a requirement. The bowing, the whole Your Highness thing, it's not a requirement, but if doth be, then we shall, we shan't be hasty.
Admittedly, that's mostly been expected in our culture. I find it a bit
Jarring?
a bit strange, a little bit awkward.
Relatable.
If the people do it, that's just.
I mean, who are we to judge our people? It's our job to protect them.
Exactly.
Just
I
because
do
we are
add
royals,
that
they treat us differently.
I know. I don't like it personally. I mean, sure, we may have scepters and crowns, but at the end of the day, we started. You staring off into space? What's going on there, buddy?
No, I'm just waiting for a right opportunity for me to talk.
Okay.
There you go. There's your
Okay,
manners.
crybaby, bro. Take a chill pill. Look, I know you're not used to seeing royal girls around you. Wait. Wait, you wish who was here? What was that?
I wish Goku were here.
Dude needs some manpower to boost his ego.
His masculinity is so fragile that he needs
I
another
know,
man
right?
in the room.
How pathetic. Oh, wait. Oh, forgive me. Oh, shoot. My royal voice sort of came out. Usually with royal meetings, I have to change my vocal tone to sound less, in the words of my Blaze, rambunctious and, sounding less like a hooligan.
yes. Well,
Watch yourself.
People have certainly been through a lot. As you know, we lost our home. The Soul Dimension and had to basically rebuild here. It's been quite an adjustment. So forgive me.
You're quite alright.
Well,
What an intro.
I can say that I don't remember everything that happened. But I will tell you the parts that I do know. Approximately 1,000 years ago, there was a monster terrorizing our dimension. A demon made of fire named Iblis. Iblis was a creature that was nearly impossible to defeat with our armies. We lost so many people. And so I sought to create something that would end it once and for all. I created gems, emeralds full of power, life, energy, to help defeat Iblis.
The soul emeralds.
Yes. I was able to defeat Iblis, but I was gravely injured. Iblis was sent back into a hibernation. I was gravely injured. I sought to protect the emeralds, and so I did the only thing I knew to do. I bonded my own soul within the soul emeralds, so that I can continue to protect them even in the afterlife.
Brave
And since
decision.
then- And since then, I've laid in there, breath 1,000 years. I've lost quite a few of my memories, and I'm not fully sure of who I once was. But what I do know is I did my best to protect the emeralds, especially when he stole them.
You stole them?
I told you this in our reunion.
Yeah, but you know my memory is like a goldfish sometimes. Forgive me, ladies. Minor dialogue change, forgive me. Boy, sometimes I forget stuff, you know that, right?
Yes. But that's why I'm
Yeah,
here.
then you should know. Yeah, I know. Appreciate it. Boop. Anyways. Excuse me, forgive my demeanor change, ladies. I have to switch it up in the midst of our conversation. I know. But anyways, from what you told me, Miss Rhea, you are very heroic, and it is an honor to be standing in front of you. Because as a royal myself, and status not being flaunted, I too am someone who has sacrificed my own life for my kingdom. My entire planet even. Both me and my sister, for we rule side by side. And I will say, I aspire to be someone, dare I say, similar to you, but on my own merits. Where we can be at that caliber of being, heroines for, I don't know if I have the right to explain, my, story, but I usually prefer not to, since I don't like to take up most of the conversation, but it's only if the others desire to know. Then I shall explain. It's completely up to you, though.
I appreciate your kind words.
You're welcome.
What? What are you staring at me
Miss
for?
Rhea, Miss Rhea, are you requesting that
He's
Multi
getting
bring us more
defensive.
drinks? Oh, dude, chill out.
What?
I'm just looking at you. You're getting defensive.
Yeah, people can look at you, man. Like, dude, this ain't the mall where it's like, oh my god, are you looking at me? Like,
Yeah, but when
ugh.
someone looks at me, it makes me feel like I'm not doing something correctly. Especially this
Dude.
royal thing.
Dude, don't sweat it. Just don't. Why are you sweating? Like, bro,
Where are your manners?
he has them. They're just they just need to manifest properly. I apologize.
Ah! Ow!
Oh, Miss Rhea, forgive me, but is that really necessary?
Yes.
Carry on.
I can't hurt her
Trust me.
anyway.
Pain is the best teacher for him.
Well, that's understandable. I must refrain from. Blaze, is there something bothering you?
No, it's fine.
Oh, you were just sighing. My apologies. Forgive me. I tend to be a bit overly protective of new possible
No,
allies
you're-
that I may meet.
You're certainly fine, don't worry.
Thank you. I try my best to make good first impressions with fellow royals. Ow!
But yeah, like I said,
Hit my lip. Sorry about that.
this whole thing is to make sure that the alliance happens and everything like that.
Well, we toasted
I'm
to
just-
it right when we met.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
know. But like I said,
What
the deeper,
troubles you?
well, the deeper, you guys understand each other, the deeper the alliance grows and everything like that. So that's what I'm getting at with this.
Well, you are correct. Meaning you're right, my dude. What I mean is that...
This is like elementary school. I know what correct means.
No, bro, I change up my dialogue
Hold
because
your
I
tongue.
I change up my way of communicating when I'm surrounded by fellow royals. Because you want me to be saying things like "dude" and "bro" and "yo" in front of royals? I have to put up a front. See, you understand. We have to poise ourselves in a proper
It's
way.
not
We
funny.
can't be being foolish.
It's how we were raised. Yes.
Exactly. We can't be running around like reprobates. We have to compose ourselves.
Or knaves.
Names. Very humorous, Rhea.
That's
Very
one
humorous,
thing
Rhea.
you can agree with Caliber on, Miss. I want to use Caliber as a weed whacker. Ah!
Oh, vulgar talk, Multi-Sonic. Vulgar talk. But anyways, ladies. Oh, Multi, don't cry. Don't shed tears. Bro, don't be a baby. Come on, man. You're stronger than this.
Oh.
Anyways. Look, we care about you very much. It's just, I know royalty is not your strong suit, so this is a bit jarring. I know it must be a bit rough on the ears and eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry about it, man.
Well, if there is one thing that I do know is that our positions can lead to being stifled or lonely. So,
Or-
if you feel
or
the
in
need
my
to add
case-
yourself around us, you may do so. Especially
Well-
as a queen.
Well, again, I try not to flaunt my status, but a lot of people tend to overly idolize us royals and see us as perfect beings.
That is
Which is not true. It is far from true.
Yes.
My sister and I have actively shown that we are flawed beings, and it's annoying how people still choose to see us as beings that can't do any wrong, when we are in fact practically imperfect in every way.
Look,
You are
look,
preaching to the
listen.
choir.
Look, listen. If I
Yes.
look, I'm not saying this because I'm trying to drop my whole knight act or anything like that. But you don't have to be
Fine, man.
you don't have to act like a princess all the time, and neither do you when it comes to meeting each other. I mean, you literally started an alliance. There's no need to do that.
Multi,
Dude,
Why?
it's
it's
royal
literally
code.
ingrained into us.
Yeah, it's
quite
royal
literally.
code, my dude.
I know.
Yes.
Even though I
sir.
lay dormant inside these soul emeralds for 1,000 years, these customs are still ingrained into my very being.
Even a
Jeez,
goofball like
I'm even-
me abides by them, my dude.
There is also
Not
more
even the Urban
things that you
Dictionary?
quite don't
Jesus.
understand about the title.
Yeah,
One of which is what our people expect of us.
yeah.
If we act a certain way in front of them, they don't see us as a viable leader.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Your input is very wise, Princess Blaze.
I guess when you put it like
Oh,
that, I
forgive me.
guess it makes sense.
I mean,
It's the
think
same
about
way
it.
as a knight.
Exactly.
Since we're
I mean,
imposing a stoic knight or one that flinches at the
Runs
idea
their
of-
mouth.
Oh,
Miss Rhea.
Rhea!
Well,
I was
she's
gonna
That's
say-
what you've been doing this entire time.
well. To be fair, he's not a royal, and he wants to be part of the conversation, which I understand. But at the same time, believe
He
me,
is a
I'm-
knight. Her knight.
That is true. I mean, I will say this: I did pull a bit of a bit of a humorous joke on my significant other, where I crowned him as a prince, when in reality that title is a farce.
A jester.
And I did want to mention is... Thank
You are
for the
somewhat
tea, it
correct,
was
Miss
delicious.
Rhea.
Thank you,
Somewhat.
Hmm? What'd you
But
say?
I do see value in him, so don't worry. He's important to me.
I did want to say earlier, thank you for the tea. You did a great job.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
It's
It's
made with
delicious.
my it's made with my Uncle Chuck's greatest tea leaves.
It's delicious. Bro, hook me up. I mean, if you don't mind, I would like,
I'll
more samples.
I'll deliver some to your universe if Uncle Chuck allows it. I'll even get
No,
some
I'll
to
just-
you too,
Yeah.
for you to experiment with, because I know you like to experiment with tea leaves.
You know what?
I think
Just
that's greatly
if you
appreciated.
get some from Uncle Chuck, I'll pick it up. You know, when we meet up again, just bring it to our next hangout.
One thing I will say, if you tell, I will say one thing. You know, if you ever like go as far as to like telling Caddy about the tea leaves, don't say it was from my uncle. Say that you did it, so that way Caddy could admire you more.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
So you
oh.
want me to lie?
don't lie, Multi! How dare you encourage lying?
A woman loves someone
No
who's
wonder she's
strong,
a knight.
especially one that can stare into the face of evil. Is what I would say.
Rhea, please,
If I'm-
please, Rhea. Thank you. You read my mind. Dare I say, boy. Okay. Spicy. Anyways,
I'm
but
sorry.
oh, sorry. Forgive my language. That was directed toward Multi, not you, Miss Rhea. My apologies.
She was looking at you.
Forgiven.
But I'm not afraid. I can stare into the eyes of a fellow royal and not quiver in fear.
I am.
You better be afraid.
And get me some more tea while you're at it, man. Actually, I'm still thirsty. Would you mind getting me another cup?
Oh, come
I said, would you
on!
mind? It's
Come on,
Please, would you
man!
like another cup of tea?
Hey, Blaze! Hey, wait, Blaze! I thought you.
what?
Blaze, I thought you said that one of your pastries got in here.
Pastries?
Yeah.
Trying to cut back on those.
Yes, we opened up a trade route recently.
Oh.
Wow. Oh,
Okay, I'm just gonna say this as polite as I can. It would be my great honor, Princess Blaze, to offer this token of appreciation to AG for allowing her to try some of your delicacies.
There you go. There's your
thanks, my dude. Yeah, and again, I will cater to his dialect. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Again.
I'm gonna be sick. Blaze made it herself.
It's delicious. What do you think I was gonna say? Ew? What I mean is, the pastry is exquisite. The taste is fantastic. Thank you.
You should also try some of her very delicious tamakis, too. God, they're out of this world. Or out of this multiverse!
Forgive me, I've yet to try a tamaki, but it would be an honor to give that a chance. But anyways...
It would be an honor.
So, usually it comes with this when it comes to building alliances. Usually,
Yes.
people would gain something from it, right? I mean, isn't this where, one side would gain another?
Their trust and loyalty and friendship is all I need.
Well,
I don't need
it's
any
just, I've read a
monetary
lot
or
of...
anything.
Well, it's just, I've read a lot of books and all that stuff when I was a kid, and, there were people that built alliances and kingdoms, stuff like that, and they would, Yeah, they always say, don't believe everything you read. And don't believe everything you
Look
see.
at the internet.
And don't believe everything
Exactly.
you hear.
What is the
So
internet?
don't believe anything unless you have evidence to prove it.
They don't know what the internet is.
Oh, forgive me, ladies. Stay off it. It is dangerous. It will pollute your brain. I mean, look at us. Sometimes. Forgive me. Sometimes I use a bit, very vulgar slang amongst my companions, but it's usually due to my nature. My upbringing was a bit different. My sister and I were not as isolated, and we had a lot more freedom growing up. Heck, we weren't even introduced to our royal lives until we turned 13. And we didn't get crowned until 21.
By
Yes?
your demeanor, I can tell.
It's understandable, and I apologize if it's a bit unnerving, but I tried my best to make a good first impression with other fellow royals because the last thing I want is to instill a negative first impression.
Being royal, it's a little difficult to be yourself around your subjects, so having someone in the same, or at least
Yes.
as a friend is very beneficial.
There's a ton of things out there, so yeah, our home planet is Sweet Mountain, hence the candy. Let's just say when the colors incident happened, ever since then, we've made home base on Sweet Mountain, and that's been our home ever since. Oh, it's a term in my world used to describe an incident where Dr. Eggman tried to do something with multiple planets, and everyone calls it the colors incident. Sonic saved the world. These are people in my universe. So do I need to explain about my universe? No, because I usually try not to do that, because not many people seem interested.
I mean, Eggman's Eggman. I mean, he's literally a villain. Just your average Joe that Sonic fights a lot. He just stops his plans. All that stuff.
Where
he keeps going around and around and around, only in a circle.
Yes, he's an overweight bald man with a big mustache that makes robots.
Oh,
That's quite the description.
I believe I have encountered him before, but not
Yes?
directly.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
Not
right?
directly, as I said.
Not direct. Are you sure?
Maybe on behalf of someone else, or maybe she was
Directly?
just viewing?
Well, think back to when you went back to Solar's world. You gave him your soul energy.
Right, yeah.
Memories unlocked,
And I gave you
assume?
backlash for that.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Jeez. Goodness gracious.
Oh dear.
You have a very militaristic way of training Miss Rhea. It's both
It's how she
admirable
was
and a
taught.
bit-
Best.
It's both
Responds
admirable.
best to it.
It's both admirable and a bit unnerving.
But at the same time, he also does respond to praise.
Of course. Funny enough, that's how I train my soldiers. well, call them sisters and we're warriors, but for the sake of typical royal lingo, I will use the term soldiers, but they're more than that to me. They're family.
You did the Sonic thing.
Huh?
You did the... Yeah, you did! You did the nose thing! You did the nose thing!
Did I do that unconsciously? What the? Oh
Yes,
my
you did
God,
that without even thinking about it!
my Sonic traits are literally. Oh boy.
They're starting to show! Hey, who knows, maybe one day he'll be laying out... Hey, Miss Rhea, Miss Blaze, imagine pretty soon he'll be laying out on a lounge chair doing this! You know, tapping his foot while listening to music. Who knows?
Well, I mean, I lay on my
Maybe one
bed
day
like that. I lay on my bed like that.
And you leave it...
I've seen him do that before.
It's comfortable.
And you don't even think about it!
Yeah, when you
Soon
brought
soon
when you brought me and Goku into your dimension for the first time.
Yeah!
I mean,
Soon he'll-
well, actually, it reminds me of the fact that Goku would always mess up the blankets because he doesn't know how to sleep properly on a
Oh,
bed.
neither do I.
He does not.
Pretty soon he'll be picking
Literally,
in
your
his ear
people
or
have to
doing
come
the,
in
the,
and
doing the arm
constantly
tap
make the
foot
bed.
thing.
I've not felt the warmth of a bed in 1,000 years.
Oh, goodness. Go figure. But I will say this, if you're curious, but to be brief, if you're curious about my situation as to why I'm dressed in this attire, if it even occurred to the both of you, I don't want to give unnecessary explanations. Unless you're genuinely curious.
Well, if we are creating an alliance, it might be best to know each of us to know about our worlds.
Well, then, to be brief, and I give my friend here permission to chime in if he has anything he wants to say.
Yes.
I give him permission for my explanation. You're welcome. Is that my
That armor's
universe
new.
is known as...
Actually, it was actually quite recent. The armor's recent.
Okay, that I was gonna explain myself, but you know what?
Oh,
you get
okay.
a pass. Yeah, you get a pass. Strike one, you're fine.
Strike
Yes,
one.
but basically,
3 strikes and you're out.
it's a joke. Miss Rhea, Miss Rhea, it's a joke. Miss Rhea, Multi, it's a joke.
Oh dear.
Relax. But anyways, my universe is dubbed Mobius 1984, and if you're wondering what this attire is, it's very knightly, but I am not a knight, I am a muse.
Amuse.
Yes, indeed.
I see.
We are angelic warriors who used to be very active in
Angelic?
multiversal...
No wonder I
Yes.
sense such strange energy from you.
Hey,
yes,
question.
I usually don't like to do this, but for full alliance reasons to prove that in honesty,
I see.
yes, I am a variety of what people would call an angel, but we go by the term muse. We are a group of warriors that used to be very active in, I guess you could say, healing and providing positive energy across the multiverse until the multiverse changed somehow. We're still trying to understand how, and, well, let's just say higher-ups came and kind of shoved us to the side in favor of chaos and darkness and just having a more power-based way of handling enemies and worlds destroying and all that stuff,
What?
you know? I mean, in all those subjects. Basically, power was the only way that you could win in a battle. Forms, destruction, death, brutality, just gaining unnecessary things for the sake of just having them in their arsenal with... Mm-hmm. And it was
Okay.
all just who could be the strongest and who could be the most powerful
What?
and who could win
Okay,
the
I
most
was one of
fights.
those people, except the destruction shit.
Well, you did. Well, I was going to say something a bit tasteless, but because I care about our friendship and we are building it back up again, I won't say it. Unless you demand to hear it, Miss Rhea.
No. Was it the
That's
choice?
only if he is okay with it.
Listen, I'm fine with it as long as she doesn't hold that as a personal grudge, considering the fact that we moved on from that shit.
Trying to. Keep in mind, man, it takes time, but I will say this. He did destroy some things, but they weren't, well, at the time they were worse than planets because when someone's whole heart gets broken, it tends to take a bit to heal. And I didn't know that my heart was broken until years later. But
After
he's stronger than you think because, yep. Now this is where he can explain, Miss Rhea.
When I was young, and I was a multiversal guardian, remember
AKA one of
how
them.
you knew me as the person in the past who was all hungry and greedy and everything like that?
And
She
a
was-
bully.
She was one of the people that I went after. And in
You know
fact,
what?
the-
Okay.
how we met was that there was a universe that she was trying to save, and there was a monster terrorizing
With
and
my
everything like
team.
that. Yes, and then what happened was that I jumped in and I saved everybody there, killed the monster, and shunned them out and took all the credit.
Yeah. And I, but Miss Rhea, you don't have to. Miss Rhea, let me explain though. At the time, I felt like he was in the right to, because at the time, I was under the impression that if someone had more power than you had to listen to them regardless of how scummy they were. And let me make a small adjustment to what you said. She was one of the people I bullied. Be brutally honest.
Okay, fine. She was one of the people that I put down. Because I thought that
Look.
I was young. I was young and I didn't know better because of the fact that my parents wanted to use me as a weapon and they only cared about war and being powerful and stuff. So maybe I must have inherited those traits from my parents.
See, that explains it then. See, that explains it then a little bit, because sometimes we inherit things from our parents. I inherited my
Apple doesn't
dad's
fall,
eyelashes.
And the term apple doesn't fall from the tree isn't far too great.
I mean, again, Miss Rhea, flaws exist and everyone's... I hope that just tickled.
Relax. I just poked you.
I'm sorry, I was expecting
Yes.
backlash. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm not going to give you backlash over something you did in the past.
Exactly,
Yes,
and
But again,
even
there
though it's
was...
taking a while.
Again, like I said, the armor that she used to have before when we first met was, I mean, not as frequent or as protective
It was
as
my-
I was to say.
It was back when I was a princess, dude.
Back when, yeah,
I mean, it was
she was a
back when I
princess.
was a princess.
Yes, but now this armor was recent because of the stuff that Black did. But now,
Yes, and
I
yes,
see.
we need better sparring partners. I've retired from sparring for obvious reasons.
Retired. Sparring is necessary.
Well, forgive me, Miss Rhea, but I have... Well, I don't wish to be rude, but I found sparring as pointless, and I have retired from it. I know that seems very harsh, but if you have differing opinions, I'm willing to hear and understand.
Sparring is not pointless. It helps train you for fights, while not endangering your life.
I understand. I have heard that from many people saying that I shouldn't have, but I retired for 3 reasons. 1, every sparring partner I had would turn it into a competition and would almost kill me, or they would just tell me, show what you can do, come at me, give all you got, and they wouldn't give me any advice. 2nd, it was just the same old song and dance. I didn't feel like I was learning, and I felt humiliated every time. And 3rd, I have a problem with holding back. I refuse to draw a blade on a friend. That's why when muses spar, we use either holograms, we use dummies, or we use inanimate objects. Or we use
Sounds like someone else I know.
robots. What?
yeah, I have a habit of holding back too.
But you can draw blood, and you've won bloody battles. I cried when I fought Multi-Black. I had so much blood flew everywhere, and I felt like I was gonna throw up. And it reinforced my idea that I should retire from sparring, because until I find a way where I can find that joy in it again, I used to have it, but then I just didn't get anywhere because I want to evolve every time I spar, but I felt like nothing was working. So why continue doing a training method that doesn't get you anywhere?
If you want a proper sparring partner, it would be a great place to start.
Okay, forgive me, Miss Rhea, I'm going to change my cadence. This boy, are you goddamn serious?
Yes.
He'll eat me alive. Forgive me, Miss Rhea, for my cadence. He'll eat me alive and dance on my tombstone.
You forget. You forget, Your Highness. He also holds himself back. He has a tendency to coddle his young fox friend.
Dude, with his wait, I can say
easily defeat
Kamehameha.
But he doesn't.
He can rip me apart just one blast, and poof, my head's made of dust. He'll dust me.
Not everything has to be used with powers. Why not martial arts?
Well, fun fact, I used to be very good at that, but I had to quit when I got a green belt because I accidentally broke a wall one time. I broke a wall. Got kicked out of the studio.
Not everything has to be fought with flashy powers. You can always use fist to fist. Or even weapons.
Another thing.
I mean,
You need
I
to
do
train
carry
with
them.
Caliburn before he gets mad again.
I know,
I mean-
I will. Besides, I
We
have.
do have plans for that. We do need to actually proceed with those plans, however, at some point.
Yes, I will say this, that Caliburn already took me to see Lancelot, and he did point out some things, but he says that Lancelot's not the right... Well, Lancelot himself said he's not the right teacher for me.
Certainly.
And I agree.
He
It sounds
says...
accurate.
Actually, he says that I would train with Sir Percival, which is...
Oh, she's amazing.
Which, they're the Blaze variant of the storybook universe.
Oh, I had the pleasure, the absolute amazing honor of meeting her for a royal banquet in her universe, well, pocket dimension. And oh my goodness, she was lovely. Meaning she was cool as heck, bro.
I know
What I
that...
was saying is,
I change up my cadence, my guy. You know me. Yes, this is a common thing. Welcome to the first time you're seeing it. Yes, again, I always change up my cadence depending on who I'm speaking to, especially with royal company. But I do regret a little bit retiring from sparring. But if I ever were to spar again, which I don't know if it will happen, but I know people say it's a must, but
well,
I fail to see the must. Yes, please?
well, there are a few points. Excuse me, sorry. There are a
Yes?
few points that, as far as sparring goes, it is important to keep your mind sharp, as well as your body sharp as well. As
Yes.
we were
Yes,
taught.
your abilities.
As much as we hate fighting, it is an inevitability in protecting our kingdoms and protecting our people.
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
However,
par for the
there are
course.
different ways of fighting as well. I think your problem wasn't really that you probably hate sparring. It's that you've just had horrible sparring partners or teachers.
Yes, and
So
I
I
don't
feel
wish to
like-
be mean. And I don't wish to be rude to those past people I've sparred with, but I guess the shoe didn't fit me.
Honestly, what you should be doing is instead of focusing on beating an opponent, you need to focus on beating your previous scores.
Thank you.
That's
That's what my sparring partners would not do. They would turn it into a competition to see who wins. And that sickened me, and that's what made me
I'm
retire.
defending, actually.
Well, if I may be so bold to suggest,
Yes?
how would you like to train with us in our training hall?
It would be an honor to train with fellow royals.
I know we were
Especially-
planning one as well with Multi and Caliburn, as well as me learning some to get more attuned with my fire magic with Rhea.
Oh, all right, you possess fire magic.
Mhm.
One of the strongest pyrokinetics I have ever seen. It's amazing.
You're too kind, thank you.
There
It's
is
a fact.
There is a possibility that she can learn how to use Rhea's fire. Her fire is blue.
Yeah, I heard about blue fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
I
one
wonder-
thing that I was
I
told.
wonder if the hair kind of shows that though.
Dude, why are you pulling her hair?
No, I'm not.
Ah.
Look, it's just a little strand. Like,
Miss Rhea, do what you need to do. But also, Blaze, you make a really good point. Because I have been told that the reason why I
Oh.
stopped sparring is because it's blue
Blue flames for ya.
Or because I'm salty, or because I'm just petty, or I'm being a crybaby. But thank you for opening my eyes. I mean, maybe it is a bit of that, I will admit. I tend to be a bit of a, how people say, a talkative soul. I'm a bit of a big mouth, but it comes from just wanting to improve for the sake of myself and for my kingdom. Are you really suggesting Multi as my sparring partner, Miss Rhea?
Not only that, but I was also pointing out that he also talks a lot.
Oh, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Bro,
It's Sonic's DNA.
Yeah.
Well,
we
when
have
you
that in
said
common.
that though, it kind of makes sense on my end too.
Yes.
Ever since I started training under Goku, I made it my goal to that every time that we sparred, I would always lose to Goku. Every single time. Hell, even when I got Supersonic Blue and my God Key and all that stuff, I still was no match for him.
Wait, what? Oh, but this was back then. My bad. Sorry, forgot.
Yeah.
Shoot. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot you had all that BS. Because I tried to forget you had all that BS. Meaning, I tried to block it out of my memory that, he had such disgusting high amounts of power.
The thing is, though, is that it was because I strided and because everybody helped me get strong and everything like that. Helped me gain more and more abilities, and also the goal that I had in mind and stuck with it. It was the reason why I was able to defeat Goku, because I finally beat him. It wasn't because of my power alone, it was because I wanted to beat my other scores.
Well, for me, I want to beat my scores, but I have a problem where I don't want to use another friend as, the punching bag. If I were to fight Multi or you or Blaze, even though I'm just getting to know you two, I would still have trouble fighting you both because I don't like hurting people that I see as allies and friends, even if they say it's alright.
Don't see it as a punching bag. See it as almost like a gym training session.
I might have a way to help with that.
Yes?
I can imagine using my fire magic. I had to learn to control it, and using it as a weapon.
See the
I
gem
didn't
on her
want to use it
forehead?
on my fellow subjects as well.
See the gem
Yes.
on her forehead? Yeah. That's an inhibitor
Yes.
gem.
Wow.
Yes, it helps me keep my powers under
A
control.
gem familiar,
For my
but I'm
Blaze,
not
it-
sure why.
For my Blaze, it's just a crest. Wow.
Nothing.
Well, what I was gonna say was that, the reason why she has that, and the beginning of it all was when she was born. When she was born, her mother died at birth because of the energy that she pulled out.
Wait, your mother almost died giving birth to you as well?
No, they did die.
Oh, she did. Sorry, I misheard. My apologies. My mother almost did, but now she's just blind. She sacrificed her vision so my sister and I could live, so... Imagine having a mother not knowing what her own children look like.
My apologies.
No, it's alright. I understand somewhat of the pain of having, troublesome origins from the womb. Forgive me if that sounded vulgar.
You're fine.
Yeah.
What I was suggesting is that in order to be able to control my powers, I did not use another person as a sparring partner. I ended up using a form of holograms or a form of dummies or anything else.
Yeah, that's what we
or
do.
even using a focal point.
Right.
A point of focus.
Holograms or dummies can only work for so long, though. Eventually, you will need an actual person to train
What
you
about-
for actual real-life
There
situations.
is also mental
It's not like it's a
exercises and
video game where
meditation.
you could change the difficulty setting.
I mean,
Exactly.
every sparring session was pretty much on hard mode from my memory. But I also question Miss Rhea, what about the strategy that is often used in those group martial arts sessions? Because how we train sometimes is we line everyone up and we do, synchronized, movements. In those martial arts
yeah, the
trainings, they
school-
do the synchronized fight.
Her school does it. Her school does that.
Yeah. Oh, yours did
Synchronized
too.
movements can help.
Yeah.
but
Except with
we are
swords,
performers.
not with fists, because they have to pilot the mechs.
Yes.
Oh, we did it with all our
Syn-
weapons, with our scepters, spears, swords, guns, everything.
Well, they still do need to learn the martial arts, as they still need to know the motions, as well as they need to know the limitations.
Yes.
Synchronized moves can help you learn the moves themselves. But that does not prepare you for a fight. When a villain or your enemy can use any move unpredictably.
That's true. You know, this shows that our alliance is already becoming pretty strong. She's already giving me battle advice.
More than I can ever
And
give.
same with Blaze.
This is why sparring is vital. You need to train with another living being who has a separate mind from you and can
even have
use
trouble-
abilities that you're not expecting.
I even have trouble training with my own lover because I'm afraid of hurting him. And I'm afraid that I might lose control myself because every time I sparred, it was always, again, I was
That
not
is why
doing
it is called sparring and not a fight. A spar
Tell-
can be stopped.
Tell that to literally everyone else I've ever sparred with. Heck, I witnessed my boyfriend spar against Goku. He lost, and things almost went too far, both of them. Saying hot hits. Forgive me for saying this.
It was back
But
when Goku
saying
couldn't control
hotheads.
Super Saiyan 4.
If I may
And
be so bold
before
to
we
offer
had that
advice,
meeting about the rift thing.
How would you feel about sparring against me sometime?
Oh, forgive me. I had to, rekindle my face for a second, Blaze. I would be honored to. Sorry, Multi-Sonic mentioned something that I had to, recover from for a split second.
Oh yeah, Super Saiyan 4.
And it would be a different form of sparring. It would be the way
Yes.
I learned.
Really? I would be honored to train under other female warriors as legendary as yourself. But yeah, what's up?
What are you doing?
Are you alright?
Nothing. I'm just,
Miss Rhea, Miss Rhea,
Multiverse Sonic, what are you doing?
just putting the
Miss
tea
Rhea,
away.
he-
Just putting the tea away. And tea.
he's done well. I think he deserves to have a sip.
Exactly.
No, wait, no, I'm just putting it away. I'm just putting it away.
Well, I wasn't gonna ask for tea, but now I am. Get me another cup, dude.
I swear to everything that is holy. I swear to everything. Stop laughing! I swear to everything that is holy. I swear to everything that is angelic. That you will not get the tea. I just want to relax.
Oye,
Okay?
mi amigo. Oye, mi amigo. Dame ahora mismo. Muévete.
Oh, okay.
Ahora mismo. Muévete, sí.
Okay.
Ahora mismo. Pues es mentiroso.
Why would you throw the tea in my eyes?
Sometimes my roots take over. My apologies, ladies.
Blaze, would you go heal him?
Oh, no, wait. Oh, wait.
At least it wasn't with a chocolate.
It was my fault. Mutilation, crybaby.
Don't you
Believe me, I
ever
didn't
do
wanna-
that again.
Oh, sorry, okay? Look, it took over me. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That was over the top. But sometimes my roots come out of me, dude. At least I didn't yank off my boot and start smacking it with it. This thing is medieval metal. You really want to get hit by that?
No, obviously I don't. Blaze, is there any way that you can give her the same quote-unquote keys that you gave to me so she can access this dimension whenever she wants to?
It's up to you, though.
Certainly, we were planning on doing that if this went well anyway.
Oh,
oh,
it's
wait.
an honor. Thank you.
Should I do it or should you do it? Because I know you do it with your fire.
is it?
I know you do it with your fire. I do it with my soul energy. I mean, either way, it's the same thing. So how you want to do this? You want to do it or should I?
It's her decision. I feel like it's her choice. It's her dimension, so.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
What
See,
do
you got me
feel
there.
best?
I believe.
Not gonna lie, I
I
was
did
not
it.
expecting this.
I believe as the ruler of Trista, you should be the one to do it.
Wow, an honor.
Oh!
Let's just say that. Let's just say that coward did a number on me.
It should be fine. It should be fine.
I'm not dying.
You are.
Felt like a campfire.
Whoa.
That was nice and warm.
Wow. Doesn't matter.
And now you'll have access to come back here whenever you want to.
Yeah, that means we could hang out here because this coffee shop was
Just
really nice.
watch out for Caddy.
I like cats.
No, it's a
Cat name.
no. Caddy is an alternate version of Surge that comes from, well, not really Solar's world. They kind of lived there for a while because their own dimension. They don't really like her. So Catalyst Surge is her actual name. Caddy is the nickname that we give her. And I'm
It's okay. I understand.
I'm a personal wingman.
Oh, frick. Forgive my laugh, ladies. My apologies. Boy, don't make me laugh like that. Personal wingman. That was funny.
Oh, come on. Jesus.
You heard my laugh.
Jesus, you two are like you know, you're acting like
Cats.
well, yeah, I know they're cats. Duh. I'm mostly talking about like, okay, I'm gonna say this with every joke fiber in my being and not care at all.
Careful.
Well,
What's next? Y'all
ladies,
gonna bait each other?
Okay, ladies, you wanna use the tea or should
Wait,
I?
wait.
Oh, never mind. So, ladies, I'd say that this alliance is successful.
Wait, calm down. Okay, I'm sorry. It was a
Take
joke.
it back.
Wait, Rhea.
Take it back.
Rhea, Blaze, hang on, let me just take out my phone real quick. And recording. All right, Rhea,
Go.
go for it.
No, please. Wait, please.
Take it back.
Okay, I take it back. about the bathing thing.
There you go. Yeah, caught on camera. There you
Ow!
go. Respect. And I'm gonna send this to my friends in the group chat.
Next time I come back here, though, I would like to get started on Blaze's training, because if she's gonna work with us to fight against this threat, we gotta have her at her best.
I do have one condition.
Hmm?
The condition I have is my dimension will help you as long as it is not a threat to the citizens of my people.
Yeah, dimensional alliances.
Yeah,
Soldiers
I know.
know what they're getting into. My citizens, I would rather keep them out of it.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
I get it. You're still protective of your people, and I get it. It's understandable.
Of course.
The same thing applies that with Shadow and everything like that. I get it.
I've never met him yet. I have yet to meet your shadow. Why do I feel like I shouldn't, but at the same time I want to? I don't know. Why do I just have this feeling?
Yes.
Now I'm nervous.
Yes.
I heard that giggle. Now I'm nervous.
Interesting.
Hey, he's cool.
Now
He's my
I'm
bro.
terrified. Now I'm even more nervous. Aw, he's giving you head pets. Aw, that's sweet.
I still wonder what you learned from the Urban Dictionary that Caliber brought into the headspace.
I came across this interesting word. Gyat. I believe it was pronounced.
I'm gonna puke.
I
I'm gonna puke.
I cannot.
I can't reach the milk.
Anyway, all that aside, AG, if you want to stay here longer, you can.
Probably.
I am probably going to head back to Universe Zero because all this royal stuff is tiring me out, and I need to get some sleep.
Well, first off, ladies, well, just to confirm, one thing I think we should do, Miss Rhea. Well, one thing I think we should do is, very quickly, I was gonna say that first, thank you very much, Multi, for bringing us together, like, legitimately. I know we made our jokes and we, effed around, but seriously, bro, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Very, very much.
No problem.
Take care, Rhea. Watch your boy. Make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Huh?
Oh, trust me, I do.
Say congratulations, you passed your first part of the test.
He is.
First part of the
test.
test. What test?
A knave.
Wait, what? Wait, what are you talking about? The test?
Rhea,
What test?
Rhea, you're so humorous.
A little too close.
It is.
Rhea
and
and
I
our
thought it
alliance
would
will
be a
suit
good
each other
idea
very
to
well.
test
What's his
how
name?
flexible you can be
that
with
is
royal
the thing that
customs,
Caliber
and it
likes
seems like
calling
you've
the mouse.
learned and adjusted
A
appropriately.
knave.
That's quite humorous.
Even throughout all my
Oh.
complaints and everything like that, and Rhea yelling at me, and all the times that she bonked me on the head, you call that a passing grade?
Don't question it. Just be grateful about it, dude.
Well, one thing also in that training method was that sometimes even as royals, we do need to be told
Sorry.
when we're stepping our boundaries from our own people.
Yes.
Yeah, feedback. Not just that, but you
Will you cut that out?
Not just a constant yes, ma'am.
You also put up with a lot of our hoity-toity royal, ish selves, and you still, kept a strong face, and you still kept, helping us out and being kind and, sticking by us. You didn't, how they say, crash out. You didn't yell at us. You didn't call us stuck-up or prissy. You still treated us nicely, and that's admirable. Most people would say, frick you all, I'm going
Look,
home.
listen.
Pardon my French.
If you want to know the reason why I'm not much into the royal stuff, is because
Let it out.
there's been so many Sonics all across the multiverse that have found out that they're a part of royalty in some way. And I'm not talking like
Sonic's
destiny or stuff that's written in a goddamn scroll. I'm talking about
Language.
bloodline stuff.
Yeah, that's literally us. He's a bloodline, she's a bloodline,
But-
I'm a bloodline.
But the
Forget
problem
fact
is
that
that
you have Caliburn means that you're you should be, or you're training to be a king. Let's be honest.
I don't
You are a knight.
king.
Royalty can also be inherited. Marriage, or just being chosen.
I will not get married in 1,000 years.
I didn't even imply that. You're the one who brought it up. Oh, forgive my wisdom
Besides-
laugh. Sorry about that.
Besides, I'd rather not go through that again.
Don't worry about it, man. I know that was a bit rough, but hey, on a serious note, though, I probably will come back later because Blaze is gonna walk me around, and you were serious about those tamakis, right?
Yes.
Yes, I hope I like them. They sound great.
Wait a
I
minute,
just hope
wait
I
a
like
minute. That could actually be something that you and Goku can bond about. He loves
Huh,
the
food?
Tamagotchis.
Oh yes.
Oh, I thought you just meant food in general. He'll eat anything. I could tell him, like, hey, this cockroach is
Well, yeah, there
chocolate
was
covered.
that
Would he eat
bit-
it?
No, he would not eat a chocolate-covered cockroach.
You know those exist, right?
Anyway, Rhea, let's go. Come on.
All right, let's go. Dude. Come on, Rhea. Really, dude?
Later,
All right,
AT.
good night, you two. All right,
Bye,
good night, guys.
Blaze.
It was great to hang out.
Jeez.
Let me see